Located with a child 15 years or younger in paragraph A and paragraph B. Those are state jail felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? And the cause number ending in 5-1, you're charged with unlawfully carrying a weapon with a felony conviction. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And the cause number ending in W, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state recommends community supervision, and I'm assuming there's no application. Is that correct? For deferred?
No application for deferred. That's correct, Your Honor.
This is the run concurrent with 2024 CR 6751. The state will take in consideration night mag number 743942. And there's to be regular random UAs in the VIP and DWI intervention. Did you understand that to be the plea in that cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a top evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? In the other plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting your punishment to be at 5 years in the prison. The state recommends community supervision and there's no application for deferred, correct?
That's correct.
This is to run concurrent with 2024 CR 10332W. Then in cause number 2024 CR 6751, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
And in cause number 2024 CR 10332W, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
And is that no contest plea to paragraphs A and B? State any evidence.
No objection
All right.
in both cases.
Thank you. In each cause number, did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right. In each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We just respectfully ask the court to follow the plea bargain that we've reached with the state. I do believe he's motivated to be successful on probation, and we're grateful to the prosecutors for looking into everything. This was set for a discovery compliance hearing, but the prosecutor was able to send some emails and get their discovery that had been outstanding for 10 months. He was able to get it, and we were able to get the cases resolved. So we're grateful.
All right. So who is allowing you to be around their children? Well, I mean, at the moment, no one, unless they're letting children come to the Bexar County Jail, which I don't think they do that anymore. But I'm talking about the 2 children who were in the vehicle with you when you were intoxicated because you had smoked 3 bowls of marijuana. I'm talking about Emily is one of the juveniles, and the other juvenile is Justin. So how do you know them?
They're my ex-girlfriends.
What you say, Emily was-
Oh, Emily's her daughter, and the little boy was her boyfriend.
You mean the little boy was her
Little boy,
what?
Yes.
Was
yes, Emily's boyfriend.
Your ex?
Yes. Emily is her daughter, and the little boy was her boyfriend.
If I may speak now.
Oh, yeah. I need to explain this
Yes.
because
So he was in a dating relationship with Emily's mother at the time.
he's saying that Emily is the girlfriend of the boy who's in the vehicle.
Correct. They were teenagers, middle schoolers that are dating this. So Emily is his ex-girlfriend's daughter, and the other child in the other paragraph that was under 15 was Emily's middle school boyfriend, and he was giving Emily's boyfriend, the other child, a ride home around Christmas time.
Middle school children are dating now, have boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, I mean, you have no room to speak because let me just tell you, you did 3 bowls of marijuana and then you are driving children around.
No.
So you should not have been there anyway. You should have said, I can't drive them. I'm too high. But I guess if you're too high, you don't tell people you're too high because you're too high. Well, I hope Child Protective Services is involved with them.
Yeah.
Mahia, this is why we have issues because children are being allowed to be in the care of someone who's done 2 bowls of marijuana. And then middle school children have boyfriends and girlfriends. That never happened with Laura Ingalls. How do you spend your time? Doing what?
If I don't do roofing, I tie rebar daily. Because of the conditions of the time where sometimes it rains, sometimes it don't, sometimes I work, sometimes I don't, so I work.
Okay, you're mumbling and the court reporter can't pick it up and I can't hear you.
I said I do roofing and I tie rebar, but because of the weather, sometimes it rains, sometimes it don't. There were times where I don't work, so I started working at Golden Chip instead. And so I'd be able to work more or less, my 40 hours, maybe more if I could get extra hours.
So do you think it's dangerous to be on a roof and high?
Actually,
Or you just smoke on your off time?
well, I smoked because it was really the holiday, but yeah, it was really the off time, I guess, since we didn't work.
I mean, it was Christmas. So instead of celebrating Jesus's birthday, you decided to do bowls of marijuana. Alrighty.
Guess at the,
Do you have any children?
I'm at,
How old are you?
I'm 29.
All right. Is there anything else you think I should know about you before I sentence you?
Made a mistake.
No, I mean, it's not a mistake. You made choices.
I made bad choices,
All right.
and trying to fix them any way I can.
Mhm.
I feel better for myself as well.
All right. All right. And the cause number ended in the W. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years. This is to run concurrent with 2024 CR 6751, taking in consideration night mag number 74392. All right. Now, I do realize that when I say 2 to 3 bowls of marijuana, it's not actual bowls, but you do have an issue with drugs. I think we can all agree with that. So other than marijuana, what else have you used?
That's when I was out before I got in custody.
Mm-hmm.
It really was just marijuana. Like I said, it was Christmas, so got a little overexcited.
When's the last time you used?
Before I got locked up.
Okay. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. I'm going to want testing for levels. If those levels go up, let me know because a motion to revoke will probably be filed. You understand? There's to be DWI intervention, VIP course. I'm going to do a driver's license suspension for 2 years. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And he's not allowed to transport minors. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be 120 sober meeting days. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
I graduated, I got my GD.
All right, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? Do you just want to do roofing?
To be honest, I'm trying to go back to HVAC. I was already going, but because I was working and then I'd come out late and I didn't have the transportation, so sometimes I would miss.
All right, so let me just tell you something about this court. With regards to HVAC and all of these other things that people say they want to do, if you're in this court, if your occupation requires you to go inside someone's home, then I require that you let them know and they be put on notice in the form of a letter of your charges. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But there'll be a 200 hours deduction of community service hours if he obtains some sort of trade school certificate. And there'll be field visits one time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right, next we're going to move on to 2024 CR 6751. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. This is run concurrent with 2024 CR 10332W. Taking consideration NIGHTMAG number 743942. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, tests for levels, and probation. We can go ahead and do a TAP evaluation out of custody, just so we'll have it on file. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no transportation of minors. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. 200 hours community service restitution. Again, if you provide a completion of trade school, then that will be deemed satisfied. Field visits one time per month for 3 months. And there's to be no contact with Jordan Andrew Anderson. And also, he's not allowed to reside with minors. So if there are minors in the home, he's not allowed to stay there. All right. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal in either of these cause numbers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. When you're driving and you know you're intoxicated, number one, you should not be driving. Number two, you should not be driving with children in the vehicle.